Thanks a lot, Netflix. Now I look like I'm racist against Asians. So, Death Note, the live-action film for Netflix, its teaser trailer came out and people are losing their shit because, surprise to nobody, it doesn't have an all-Japanese cast. And, I don't care. I mean, we already knew this to begin with, but honestly, I don't care because it is an American adaptation of this property. If you want, like, Death Note set, like, live action, set in Japan, with Japanese actors, that exists. These movies exist. They're good. You can watch them. The whole point of, like, American studios licensing foreign properties is to adapt the work for a Western audience. Like, this is nothing new. I feel like the only reason people are getting, like, their dicks twisted over this is because it's an anime. Like, it's an anime they grew up with and they're nostalgic for, and they're angry that they're tainting their anime or manga or whatever the fuck version that they grew up with, and they want it faithful to the original source. Well, that exists. Like I said, like, you can see that live action version. It exists. There's even a shitty fucking TV drama if you want even more live action Death Note with Japanese actors. You can have that. But yeah, like this Western adaptation, yes, it's set in America. It has an all-American cast, and it's this way to appeal to Americans. Like, that's just the reality of it. Like, Americans are more likely to watch things with, like, if it's set in America with, like, an American cast. If it's set in another country, they're less likely to watch it, unfortunately. That is just the shitty reality of it. Now, that being said, I will at least concede that, they could have hired some Japanese actors, like some Japanese American actors. Light Yagami could have still been Light Yagami. It didn't need to be Light Turner. He could have been Light Yagami. He could have been a Japanese American. I would think if you're going to make him and his entire family Japanese, at that point, though, I would say make make Misa white or Hispanic or whatever the hell you want to make her. Honestly, like, Elle being black, I have no problem with. I think it's kind of cool that they were ballsy enough to hire a black actor to play Elle because, the fangirls will kind of probably lose their shit over it. But whatever. I'm fine with that. Honestly, all I care about is this going to be a good movie? Is it going to be at least an interesting adaptation of Death Note? Will it get all the major points across? And that's it. Like, am I excited about this movie? No, not really. I don't care. I didn't really need it to exist. I'm going to watch it solely because Willem Dafoe is playing Ryuk, and that is the perfect casting choice. They better have fucking motion capped his face, so that way I can see his creepy, like, Monster Man face on Ryuk. That's gonna be the greatest fucking thing ever if they do that correct. I wish they would have fucking showed him in this teaser trailer, so that way I would know to be excited or not, because fucking Willem Dafoe, man, like, that alone, makes this Americanized version of Death Note worth existing. Like I said, people are getting their fucking, in a tizzy over really goddamn nothing. If you didn't have a problem with The Ring, The Grudge, fucking Magnificent Seven, which are all Western adaptations of Japanese properties, then shut the fuck up. Is it only a problem because it's a manga? And you want to see, like, the manga faithfully represented? Well, there's an anime for that. The manga already exists. The live-action Japanese films exist. Like, you have, that culturally faithful version. This is now the American adaptation of it, and they're changing things, which is what happens. Did you watch Old Boy? Like I'm talking about, like, the Korean version of Old Boy. Did you watch that? Were you offended that it was set in Korea with an all-Korean cast and all the characters' names were changed to Korean names? If not, then, and you're bitching about this, you're a fucking hypocrite, because Old Boy is a fucking Japanese manga with Japanese characters set in Japan. Like, if you're not offended by the Korean version of Old Boy, yet you're fucking losing your shit over the honky-fied version of Death Note, you're being a fucking hypocrite. Now, yes, I kind of do wish that there was a slightly more racially diverse cast. Honestly, I think the one fucking Asian actor in this is Watari. Watari seems to be the only character who is Asian. And as far as I'm concerned, he's the one character that shouldn't be fucking Asian. He should be fucking, like, British or some shit. He should be like a fucking like stately inlet, like fucking Michael Caine. Michael Caine should have been fucking watery. Like that would have been a way better fucking casting choice than this fucking Asian dude. Make someone else the Asian character. Like I said, Light could have been fucking Asian instead. I would have preferred that, honestly. Make fucking, I don't know, Misa white or Hispanic or anything. Whatever. I don't care. But, like I feel like the one fucking character they made Asian was the one that didn't need to be. And if you still want to fucking bitch about, like, not being true to the source material and, you know, not whitewashing and shit. In this movie, Ray Penbar, his name was, like, in this movie it's, like Ray Iwamatsu or some shit. And they fucking changed his nationality from a half-Japanese man to a full-blooded Japanese man. Like, something, like, you know, that was actually part of his character. Like, he was a half-Japanese FBI agent, and in the fucking Japanese film, they made him an all-Japanese guy, because they, like, the fucking Japanese are so fucking xenophobic that they couldn't even be bothered to, you know, even make him half-Japanese. Fucking L should not be fucking Japanese. L should not be a Japanese character. There's nothing about his character that comes off even remotely goddamn Japanese. But, you know, the fucking movie made him Japanese, and people don't have a fucking problem with that, but whatever. Like I said, people are going to be hypocrites. People are going to fucking bitch and whine. Like I said, I have no problem with a westernized version of Death Note. As long as it's a good movie, that's all I give a shit about. That's all anyone should give a shit about. As long as if it gets the major bullet points of Death Note correctly, if it has like a good representation of Light outside of his fucking race, if it has a good representation of L outside of his fucking race, which really, I mean, L's race is completely goddamn ambiguous, so who gives a shit? You know, as long as they get those major points correct, I don't think anyone has anything to bitch about. Though I'm sure people are gonna fucking throw a hissy fit in this video because I said that, you know, it doesn't, like, Iron Fist shouldn't be Asian, and here I am defending a non-Asian cast in the Western adaptation of Death Note, but this is a nuanced argument, and hopefully I made my point well enough. Hopefully you didn't just, you know, listen to every third word I said and said Zeon's a fucking racist, or maybe you've already turned the video off, which, I mean, honestly, if you did, fuck you, I don't care. But yeah, that was my whole talking point on this. I don't have a problem with Death Note having a westernized version. Like I said, I kind of wish, like, at very least, Light were Japanese and his family were Japanese, and, you know, Watery were fucking British instead, because, you know, he comes off like a stately British gentleman and not like some cool-looking Japanese guy, which is who they seem to have cast for this. But who knows? I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. At very least, Ryuk is played by Willem Dafoe. So even if this movie is a horrendous train wreck pile of shit, Willem Dafoe as Ryuk will make that shit worth watching. Till next time, guys, Zeon, out.